Police think I unalived a stranger. They showed me a video of my wife cheating with the victim. I want to run away. Am I the a-hole?
That's a slate of terrible things to happen. I feel like this comedy podcast just turned into a true crime podcast, and we're going to get to the bottom of this case.
I've been married to my wife for 12 years. We have an amazing 11-year-old son, and until last night, I thought we had a good marriage. We all think things, OP.
Oh, man.
I thought I was always really good to her. We have no money problems, no intimacy problems, and I've never taken her for granted. I honestly wake up every morning and thank God she is my wife. Now, I don't know what to think. I got a call from my local police department as I was getting off work yesterday. They asked if I could come to the police station as soon as possible. I panicked. I asked if something had happened to my wife or my son, but they said not to worry, just to get to the station ASAP. When I got there, they put me in a room with a table and some chairs.
They're interrogating you.
Not a good sign, my guy. They asked me my name, which I gave. Then they started asking all these questions about a guy that my wife works with.
Oh, no, not the coworker.
The two officers kept asking me things like, how long have you known? And how did you find out? The only answer I could give was, what are you talking about? After about an hour of this, I just stopped answering their questions and kept asking where my son and wife were and were they safe. We kept going around and around until after about 2 hours on and off, because they would periodically leave the room for 15 to 20 minutes, then come back to start it all over again like some cheap cop show. The last time they came in, the cop handed me a tablet and showed me a video of my wife and the guy from her work hooking up together.
Why?
Oh my God, this poor guy. I don't remember much right after that. I had a full-blown panic attack right there in the middle of the police station. The police had a paramedic check me out, and he said that my blood pressure was something like 710 over 110. Super, super high.
And they're like, why are you so nervous? What are you trying to hide?
It's like, I don't know, you literally just blew up my life. He wanted me to go to the hospital, but I refused. And I said that I needed to find my wife and son. After I calmed down, the officers explained that the guy in the video has been having an affair with my wife and apparently several other women. He had been found that morning barely alive, and it was clear someone had done this to him.
John was just telling me what actually happened to him off camera. It's really, really bad. We can't even share it.
He was still alive, but in critical condition, and they didn't know if he was going to make it. His wife had given them permission to go through his phone and computer, and that's where they found the video of my wife. They asked me where I was that morning, and I told them I was at the gym, then work about 10 minutes from my gym. And at that point, they said I could go, but that I might not want to stay at my house because they didn't know if his affair with my wife could be why he was attacked. They also said that my wife wasn't the only person he was having an affair with. That is when I rushed home.
Oh my God.
My son was staying with our neighbors, so I got him and went home. We packed some clothes and his laptop for school. I grabbed my shooting device and we headed to my parents' house 45 minutes away. I still haven't heard from my wife. Her phone is going straight to voicemail. I've called the officer who gave me his card and he said that she is at the hospital with the guy she was cheating with. I'm sitting here in bed with my son on one side of me and my 38 on the other. My dad is sleeping in his chair in the living room with his shotgun on his lap, and I haven't slept in over 30 hours. I don't even know where to start. Anything would be helpful right now. Any advice, ideas? I am in a complete fog. Well, there is an update. I don't even know what to say to this one. It's the most unimaginable scenario you could end up in.
I would leave with the kid get out of town for a little bit till things cool off, just so maybe you're safe. I mean, who knows? It doesn't necessarily seem like he's at risk, though.
After I woke up that afternoon, I contacted my uncle's law partner, who was a family friend. He actually came to my parents' house and sat down with me to go over my options. His entire law firm is now representing me, both in the divorce and criminal defense. That day, Sunday, he got me an emergency custody order and a protective order against my wife for me, my son, and my parents. Our court date is in 60 days, and the police served her on Monday as she was leaving the psych hospital. According to her brother, who is a close personal friend of mine, she did not take it well. Yeah, the wife is giving me like very, 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 very bad vibes. My wife is not the person I thought she was, and I'm ashamed of myself for not seeing it sooner. I had to tell my son something. So I decided to tell him the truth, age appropriate, and literally the first words out of his mouth were, "Please don't let mommy take me away." I asked why he would say that, and from what he tells me, my wife has been treating him very badly when I wasn't around, and told him that if he told me, she would take him away and my son would never see me again. Yeah, this wife is
Oh my
a
God.
monster. She has been emotionally torturing our son, and I was too blind to see it. That wrecked me more than the video, to be honest. I told the lawyer about what my son said, and he used my son's statement and her mental health state and commitment to get the emergency custody. I have contacted his school for therapy resources, and he will start therapy after the first of the year. I feel like the worst father to ever walk the face of the earth at this point. My lawyers have been doing some amazing work so far. They found out that the man my wife was sleeping with has a long criminal record. One of the lawyers informed me that when they went to print out the guy's arrest record, that the printer ran for 5 minutes straight.
What?
That's got to be what, like 100 pages of like your criminal record? From what they could learn, he is currently on parole for drug offenses and has had gang affiliations in the past. He is still alive, but in critical condition and still might not make it. I have nothing to say for her, and I don't want to hear anything she has to say to me. Her lawyer requested a preliminary hearing for our court-appointed mediation. Long story short, everything they asked for was ridiculous. They wanted visitation during the divorce proceedings and shared custody afterwards. They want us to drop the orders of protection. She wants to cohabitate until the divorce is finalized. I'm not joking. After all of this, she wants to live in the same house. It was so insulting that my head just throbbed throughout the whole meeting. But it was all worth it for the big reveal we gave to her lawyer. Her lawyer asked how we should handle discovery for the division of assets, to which my lawyer got this shocked look on his face and said, "What division of assets? Read the prenup." The look on her lawyer's face was priceless. She hadn't told her lawyer about the prenup. But the last thing her lawyer asked for was what really messed with me. He asked that we postpone the official mediation for 6 months while my soon-to-be ex attends an inpatient rehabilitation facility for substance abuse. Some people in both my last posts stated that she might have a substance abuse issue, but I didn't even think about it because I couldn't even fathom that. But she did explain that after a major surgery she had about 2 years ago, she started abusing her medications. After a while, she started buying them from some of the people she was working with, including the guy she was sleeping with. He became her go-to guy, and when she ran out of money, she started sleeping with him to make up for the difference. She said that she hid this from me because she was afraid that I might make her stop and she couldn't feel right without them anymore. That he meant nothing to her but a fix, and she hates herself for doing what she's done to both herself and to us.
I mean, the fact that she was there at the hospital shows that she is emotionally attached.
Now she says she understands how awful it is what she's done and wants to get better for our family, and asks me to at least give her some time to prove that she wants this. Let me state for the record, I will never get back with my wife. Our marriage was over the moment she cheated on me and abused our son.
Thank God.
But dang, where the F was I while all of this was going on? I just feel like the most naive, obtuse idiot to ever walk the earth. And furthermore, how should I approach this from here? Am I just throwing her away, or am I still justified in feeling betrayed? I feel like such a failure as a husband and a father right now. I mean, I feel nothing for her but anger and resentment. But is this how you treat someone fighting the demons that she's fighting with? I'm just lost and feel so hopeless again. Wow. This is one of the harder ones that we've read in recent memories. I'd be very curious, especially anyone watching that is maybe a mental health professional, crisis disaster person, social worker, anyone in those arenas. I mean, I feel like those would be the best sources of, advising. And
she needs to go on this journey herself. Like, she can't expose the husband to this. She can't expose her kid to that. And while that's happening, I don't think OP or the kid should be around her.
This girl pretended to date me to get into her dream college. I'm going to tell the admissions board to get her banned. Am I the a-hole? So, this issue is honestly making me frustrated. Almost everyone is saying that I'm in the wrong. People are talking behind my back, and I genuinely don't know if what I did was correct or not.
That's why you should come to us, because
We'll set you straight.
I am 17. I suffered a major accident while cycling when I was 13. I have 2 really deep, long facial scars. I've been bullied really bad because of it. I am tall, ugly, and intimidating as per most girls. OP, you're beautiful. People use me as a way to make fun of other people by saying things like, why don't you just hook up with OP? I'm honestly used to it. God.
I'm crying, bro.
Those people didn't matter to me anyway. But there is a girl I had known since middle school. Let's call her Back, I guess. Hey, Back. Sorry, I honestly don't know how this works. It's
We can tell.
okay. I had a really, really big crush on her till a few days ago. I thought she was genuinely sweet and amazing. My family is incredibly supportive, so they urged me to ask her out. I can play guitar, so I made this whole song for her.
The Rizzler is coming to town.
I went to the neighboring city to get her favorite chocolate and stuff like that. This was the first time I really felt like going and asking someone out in my life.
Oh, no. Okay.
And I felt that regardless of what I do, she shall see me for who I am and at least accept me as a friend.
Oh.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I, John.
I was over the moon when she ended up accepting.
Oh, so she said yes to him.
She said
asking her
yes.
out.
We went to a fancy restaurant and had a fun time together and walked for over 30 minutes afterwards. She was really sweet to me. The next week or so was honestly heaven. People started noticing me. Even her friends seemed friendly with me. I almost cried every day because I felt so fortunate to get so much love. Oh God. Ooh, OP, you're hitting me. You're hitting me. Where it hurts. It all broke down when a friend of hers who was on Instagram and followed, okay, I guess her name is Beck, not Back. And followed Beck, sent screenshots to me. And I honestly felt disgusted and betrayed.
What was on the screenshots?
She had posts saying, fulfilling his lifelong wish by being his Valentine's and making his day by finally helping him interact with my friends. Oh, he is ugly, but beautiful people accept ugly people. Hashtag ugly people matter, etc. God, what weird twisted sarcasm is this? God.
I honestly feel like her heart's in the right place almost.
Beck's friend then explained to me that she had apparently wanted a good social media image.
Oh, never mind.
And had thus asked all her friends to be kind to me and tolerate me in the first week of March and then distance themselves from me.
Fucked.
She apparently wanted to win some stupid positive role model award for her college application because she was lagging behind in community service. Okay, I'm sorry, but like, what college is like, wow, the person you dated was so ugly and vile. We just
That you
have
get
to
40
award
hours
you.
of community service. Thank you for what you're doing for ugly people everywhere. Your community service is valid and needed.
And thought that playing with my feelings for a few days wouldn't hurt. And apparently, since I was ugly, she was the kind one to give me attention anyway.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
I was in tears and honestly felt disgusted. My blood was boiling. I researched about this award and found a Facebook page about it online. I went to the authorities to confirm if her name was on the nomination list. The authorities of the award, not the not the law.
Police, is she getting this award?
And then had my friends at work and my family as an alibi. She's apparently crying a lot now because she received a message from the committee saying her nomination was withdrawn.
Bam!
That's what you get.
Back.
That's what you get. Oh, yeah. Guess who's back now?
Hey, yo.
Watch your back. I am now even more ostracized in school, but honestly, I feel no remorse whatsoever and feel far more satisfied.
Well, at least OP, you feel good, and this terrible girl got what's coming to her.
At least, and you know what? I'm happy that OP feels, a little bit of redemption. That's a big thing here.
Weird thing, like such a virtue signaling, like, I don't know, performative stunt. Fucking
Dude.
terrible.
Oh, just disgusting. My grandparents are trying to steal my hotel suite on my honeymoon. I want to kick them to the streets. Am I the a-hole?
Where's OP supposed to bone?
My family is Asian. My husband's side is white. My husband and I got married and are treating his side of the family and my side to a 1-week all-expense paid vacation to Bora Bora as a pre-family honeymoon before us going off on our real honeymoon.
Holy shit. That is a nice familial gift. Goddamn.
The bungalows are a 1,000 square foot, 1-bedroom option of either 1 king bed or 2 queens, 1 bathroom, and an outdoor space type of deal. We made sure everyone was accommodated for and everyone had a comfortable living situation. Our villa is a 4,000 square foot, 1-bedroom, 1 bath, including a sauna, a living room, a grand outdoor space with an outdoor bathtub, pool, and slide into the freaking ocean.
How rich are these people? Holy shit.
Bro.
To the ocean?
To the ocean? What? We have not even made it a whole 24 hours here yet, and a fight has already broken out. During dinner, my cousin mentioned wanting to come over and use our slide. My grandparents asked what we were talking about, and then they asked to see some pictures of the room. Well, they saw my villa and demanded that we trade rooms with them, as no elders should be made to slave and live as peasants while their grandchildren get a nicer room. This is Bora Bora we're talking about here. No one is living as a peasant. Correct. There was only 1 villa available in our section. Had I given it to my grandparents, I think it would have been offensive to my husband's grandparents. If there was 3, we would have given it to both grandparents and 1 for ourselves. But unfortunately, there wasn't. I mentioned this and they still demanded our villa.
That's crazy.
I obviously objected and said I felt as though my husband and I should have that room, as this is a vacation with family to celebrate our marriage, plus we paid for the entire trip. Wouldn't one just sit back and be grateful they're on a free vacation instead of complaining? No.
Obviously not.
My grandparents freaked out, saying I'm holding money above their head and that I'm being disrespectful and not following their orders. They stormed off after threatening to take the first flight out tomorrow morning and leaving.
Do it.
Do it, please. I beg you. I don't know what to do. My side of the family is telling me to just give them the room, to be respectful and bring peace to the family, while my husband's side thinks my grandparents are bat crazy, and I agree. They are so ridiculous. All I wanted was for both sides of the family to get together and get to know each other, and now it's falling apart. I don't think I'm the a-hole at all, but I've been up all night thinking about whether I should just squash it and invite my grandparents to stay in my villa in order for them to not leave. But another part of me just wants to tell them to go F themselves for making my honeymoon about themselves, just like they do with everything else. So Reddit, what do I do? Would I be the a-hole if I denied giving up my villa? There is an update, but Sam, I think you've got some, I can see it. Unleash.
So, okay. Yeah. So like, I don't think OP is the a-hole if they were like, no, I'm not going to do that because it is their wedding. Again, I feel like if it's your wedding and you are paying for it, you are in every right to do whatever you want with it.
Let me throw one more little curveball at you. It seems like OP saying that her grandparents are always like this. So imagine you have like these like very like selfish grandparents versus the actual grandparents you have.
I would probably be pissed. Maybe I would be like, nah, just nah. Let's hear the update. What did OP do?
Even though I really wanted to be petty and tell them to F off, I decided it'd be better to kill them with kindness so they have little to work with if they decide to spin it around that I was being disrespectful. During breakfast, my grandparents refused to show up if I was there. Real mature for grandparents. Everyone tried calling them. Nope, we're not coming because disrespectful granddaughter is there. After a lot of persuading and even having to send our baby cousin to their room to soften them up, they finally decided to come. I made the first conversation by asking if they looked up any flights to leave yet. They could forward the pay stub to my cell. They said they hadn't looked yet and that should be my job if I was kicking them out.
my God, the entitlement is crazy.
I made sure they knew I was not kicking them out, but understood if they wanted to leave their room and offered to send some staff to their room to pick up their belongings so they could have a little more time to explore or get their complimentary in-room massage that comes with all the bungalows. They stopped eating and looked at each other in shock. Every time they threatened to not go anywhere, my family has always babied them and begged them not to leave and offered money or extravagant gifts to get them to stay. Well, I'm not doing that. I'll pay for their flight back home, but I've already done enough accommodating on my honeymoon vacation. So there you have it. My grandparents weren't even planning to go home. They tried scaring me into begging them to stay, and I called their bluff. Ooh, love
Let's go,
that.
OP. I'm glad that you didn't take it. That sounds like you've been taking it a long time.
After breakfast, I found a flight leaving around 5 p.m. and walked to the main desk and asked them to cancel reservations for that room and for the rest of the trip and to send the staff to help pack.
Nice.
They also didn't get their complimentary massage because the resort only offers that on 4-night stays or longer. The staff came to help pack and they left half an hour ago. I'm currently in my villa de-stressing before dinner, and some uncles came in who were married into the family and confided in me that they were sick and tired of the entitlement my grandparents have had since day one, and they're glad someone born into the family decided to speak up. My cousins came over and honestly couldn't care less my grandparents are gone. In their words, they kill the vibe. I agree.
That's kind of what we were saying. It's like, if it might be better for them to just leave if they're going to kill the vibe the whole trip. So now maybe you just have a better honeymoon trip.
So everyone's happy right now and is using my slide before cleaning up for dinner. Love it. I'm happy I was able to stand up to my grandparents without being blatantly disrespectful. I have an overflow of messages and comments that I can't get back to. However, the main question is what my profession is. I did not go the usual Asian route. I actually dropped out of my last year at college and started a fashion line that took a couple of years to take off, but surprisingly skyrocketed a few years ago. My dad is also an entrepreneur. I look up to him and I'm so glad I had him as an inspiration who paved the way. Don't give up on your dreams.
That's kind of sick. Wow. What a turnaround. I'm really glad OP didn't give into the grandparents' terribleness. I totally would have understood if he tried to accommodate them, if he really wanted them there. But if you don't want them there and they kill the vibe, good riddance,
Get him out of here, get him out of here.
But I actually have a story from one of our viewers who has a grandparents kicking out story. So Tony P2935 says, I was kicked out for 5 minutes after my grandpa jokingly said he was going to kick me out. And I told him I was going to kick him out. And I ended up on the deck in the rain for 5 minutes. We love when you tell us stories, both small and large. And so if you want us to read your story, make sure to publicly subscribe, comment, and we just might read it.
Love you.